shattered dreams. End of times ain't what it seems.
Hello friends, this is Sam Cheney reporting for Weaponized News. Today, September 5th, 2025. Thank you for joining us on this Friday edition. It's been a long week. They're hitting us with a lot today. We have Ruckus on the line, so I'm not going to leave them holding there very long, hopefully. Yeah, they're hitting us a lot today. They're bragging about it. The White House, 200 executive orders, all unconstitutional. Who cares? Looks like we're starting up a major war on drugs again, Trump's drug war, according to the Department of Homeland Security. All of that's illegal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. MAGA winning. Like they're doing the tyranny right in everybody's face. Doesn't matter to MAGA. They love it. Melania yesterday, we're going to circle back to big technocracy at the White House. Big meeting yesterday. Melania said that as she launches her AI educational initiative, the robots are here. And guess who else was there? Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, all of your favorite lizard robots. They're at the White House yesterday. EU has fined Google, and Trump's standing up for them, so for monopolies, and I guess we wouldn't have it any other way there. And so literally technocracy in our face, laughing at us, with Bill Gates on one side and Mark Zuckerberg on the other. MAGA loves it, so I don't even know what to tell these people anymore, man. They're going with the narrative, and it has been the narrative for some time. And now, well, Trump's a rat. I guess you could say he's a good rat if he's ratting out Epstein, but that has been the narrative. And now old Christian Zionist Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, is echoing the same narrative that we've heard in the past, that Trump was an FBI informant in an effort to take Epstein down. Really? That's the story, and they're sticking to it. We got a little bit of ICE news. Nowhere near mass deportations needed, but the propaganda will continue as they are using ICE. They're using this excuse of mass deportations to implement the technocracy, the scientific dictatorship, martial law, police state, right in everybody's face. MAGA loves it, apparently. Wait till it's turned on us. It will be. You've got Trump pushing, Trump and old Epstein's neighbor there, Mr. Howard Lutnick, the U.S. Commerce Secretary, pushing India into the arms of China and Russia. Very stupid move. We'll go over some of that. The genocide here in Aardvark land continues. They're blowing up big buildings now. Like Cats put out a video bragging about it. So, and then good versus evil from Mike Huckabee, the ambassador over there, to Aardvark land. I think he's very confused. Actually, I know he's very confused, but he's not confused because he's evil. And we'll go over that. We got public health news fallout from yesterday. Bobby Kennedy Jr. up there at the Senate. And then the big news of the day, the Department of War, War.Gov, new website just launched. Like they're telling us we're going to war. What the hell? Give Trump a Nobel Peace Prize. You know what I mean? On this day in history. Oh, we just don't understand. It's a secret plan. I know. On this day in history of September 5th, going back to the year 1698, government loves the tax, man. The Russian Tsar Peter the Great imposed a tax on beards. They love to tax you for anything and everything. Taxation's theft. On this day in 1781, battle that gave birth to the United States, a French fleet of 24 ships under Comte de Grasse defeats British forces under Admiral Thomas Graves and Samuel Hood at the Battle of Chesapeake, Battle of Virginia Capes, and traps General Lord Charles Cornwallis during the American Revolutionary War. Fast forward a few years here, and today, on this day in 1793, the French Revolution, the Reign of Terror, begins. I think we do have some video of some guillotines today, actually. Moving forward here, on this day in 1836, Sam Houston elected president of the Republic of Texas. In 1839, on this day, first Opium War begins between the British Empire and the Qing dynasty of China. Qing. In 1939, on this day, Franklin Delano Roosevelt declares U.S. neutrality at the start of World War II in Europe. That didn't last long. All we needed was a Pearl Harbor to get America into World War II. They know how to do it, don't they? With their false flags, lies, and propaganda. On this day in 1953, first privately operated atomic reactor becomes operational in Raleigh, North Carolina. In 1975, on this day, then U.S. President Gerald Ford survives an assassination attempt by Lynette Squeaky Fromme in Sacramento, California. And on this day in our civil liberties history, in 2018, then President Trump attacks right to protest again. President Trump on this day attacked the right to protest, the First Amendment right that is the cornerstone of American democracy. It's called winning. I don't know if these civil rights historians have ever heard of it, but it's called winning. In an Oval Office interview with a conservative journalist, Trump asked rhetorically, I don't know why they don't take care of the situation like that. The quote, situation involving loud protests on Capitol Hill against the nomination of Brett Kavanaugh for a seat on the Supreme Court. More than 70 people were arrested on the first day of the hearings, September 4th. 2018, Trump did not explain what he meant by take care of, but he did add that in the old days, we used to throw them out. Despite the lack of detailed explanation about what he thought should be done with protesters, a number of Trump's previous statements clearly indicate a deep hostility to both free speech, protest, and freedom of the press. So there you have it. MAGA winning, hashtag winning. There's a few videos to play today. Oh yeah, and we're in Idiocracy. The White House has announced, are you not entertained? A UFC cage match to be held on the White House lawn. And so we're going further down the path of Idiocracy. Let's play the segue to Ruckus here. Coming on the show, reality TV show star formerly and Fox News former man, actor, and acting director over there at acting administrator at NASA and Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy, says we will get to the moon under President Trump's term. Our mission is Artemis. We will win the second space race. I don't even know. I guess they're declaring a space race again. China wants to beat us there, but we won't let them. So unlimited money laundering and fraud will continue. Here's the video to segue. And so I guess we're in a space race. We're in a drug war. We're in bad shape here. But hey, it's winning. Give them the Nobel Peace Prize.
President Trump and I have a mission. America leads on Earth and in space. We're going back to the moon, and this time, when we plant our flag, we stay. Our program is called Artemis. And what we learn through Artemis gets us to Mars. Our mission is maintaining American dominance in space. China wants to get there, but we're getting there first. We will win the second space race. I'm committed to getting us back to the moon before President Trump leaves office. Come aboard to the final frontier.
Ruckus, how you doing this Friday?
I am upset that I did not join NASA when I grew up after I was a kid and I wanted to become an astronaut. I should have done that. How cool is this? I want to go to Mars.
I don't think we went to the moon the first time, at least not the official story that they tell us. It's all full of holes.
Of course not. We went way before that. We just couldn't let anybody know. We gotta. You can't show all your cards at once, my friend. It's a classic. I'm with you on that. I don't know about all this space stuff. NASA is just a giant black hole, as it were, whatever black holes are. But in this case, one where we just throw endless amounts of money and technology into these black box things. We don't know where it's going, what it's working on. I don't know.
How is it even an agency? They allegedly lost all the data and technology that we used to get to the moon the first time. How do you not everybody there get fired with the greatest achievement ever? They tell us going to the moon. How does the entire place not get fired and shut down after that debacle? But yet again, here we are.
Listen, they're complaining about, they're worried about China. We have to beat China to space, right? Where this is all the same nonsense with AI and everything else, right? But regardless of all of that, they're forgetting the elephant in the room. No, there's one particular entity on the planet who has been kicking the ass out of America and China, and that's the private industry, like SpaceX, and of course, what's the one that the baldy guy is into? Jeff Bezos. What's it? I don't know. All these billionaires.
He put Katy Perry in space. I guess that's good.
Sure, he did. That's right. Absolutely. So yeah, no,
he shot her to space. He should have left her there.
He didn't send her far enough.
The Rumble chat. Sorry guys, it's not integrated today. I do see over there. Thank you. I will try to get to it at the end of the show, but we can't put your chat up on the screen today. More bugs. Okay, continuing. We are in Idiocracy here, Ruckus. UFC cage match fight on the White House lawn announced today. There you go. Plans for UFC cage match on White House lawn. Octagon cage on South Lawn. Full fight card. Lincoln Memorial weighs in. I guess they're going to weigh in at the Lincoln Memorial. Jumbo screens on Ellipse. Possible Oval Office walkout. What? We are in Idiocracy. We're right there, Ruckus.
Not even 3 months ago. No, not even 3 weeks ago. I would have said that's fake news. This is a joke. It's probably AI. Ha ha ha. It's a B.
The White House posted. That's right from the White House.
I know.
It could be fake news on Fox, but I mean, the White House reposted it. So
I'm already there, is what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't take long. Now I'm like, I don't even flinch. I know for a fact that that's 100% true, and we're doing this no matter what anybody thinks about it. That is the plan. 100%. Yeah. I'm like, why didn't they do this sooner? Is all I'm saying. You know.
Here's again from the Department of Homeland Security. We're in. They declared the war on drugs today, I guess. There you go. Join.ice.gov. And then real small here, literally the most base thing ever, really, to continue the failed, endless, never-ending war on drugs. You're not going to defeat drugs. Trump's drug war, media makes Trump look badass again. Really?
That came from the White House?
This is from Department of Homeland Security.
Get out of here! Look, they like. Wow. I mean, as a graphic artist guy, I'm telling you, that is a fantastic piece of art right there. I'm incredibly curious as to whether or not they are spending god-awful amounts of taxpayer dollars, which I suspect that they are, to hire top talent for all of this really slick social media packaging that's been coming out and the propaganda videos. But I've been doing a little research, and perhaps, Sam, it's not as I thought it was. Maybe the government is a little more frugal than I gave them credit for, and instead they're leaning hard, and I'm not surprised here either, using AI, because there are some AI programs out there that if you can afford a little bit, I mean, they're going to spend a little bit of the taxpayer dollars, you can get killer results like that right there, which has trained itself off of the blood, sweat, and tears of some of the most sought-after graphic designers in the business.
Indeed. But hey, if you play 5 seconds of a freaking video of a song, they flag you for copyright. But by all means, AI, go steal everybody's creative talent that they posted all over the internet. You're perfectly fine because you are Technocracy, and so we do appreciate your theft there. And oh man, yeah. What do they say here? The Hunger Games begin. Here we are. They're cranking up here. Here's Trump instructs General Kane to shoot down Venezuelan jets if they approach U.S. naval ships, because there's reports that the Venezuelan Air Force there was buzzing some of our ships that happen to be right off the coast of Venezuela. They're in their area, and so God forbid, we're in their area. And so here's Trump talking about that as things with Venezuela are escalating.
Venezuela flies jets over U.S. naval vessels again.
Well, I would say they're going to be in trouble. We'll let them know about that. We heard that happen, but it wasn't really over, not like they described. But I would say, General, if they do that, you have a choice of doing anything you want. Okay? If they fly in a dangerous position, I would say that you can. You or your captains can make the decision as to what they want to do. All right?
Sure. Sir,
How close did they get?
we have one more.
You said they didn't go over.
Say it.
How close did they get? You said the planes did not.
Well, I don't want to talk about that, but if they do put us in a dangerous position, they'll be shut down. Thank you very much, everybody. So we're going to now cover the
Things are escalating. Pentagon official says Trump boat strike that we covered 2 days ago, where they blew up that cigarette speedboat allegedly trafficking drugs. Pentagon official, this is out of The Intercept, says Trump boat strike was a criminal attack on civilians. A current Department of Defense official and many military legal experts say United States attack on a boat in the Caribbean near Venezuela broke international law. Who cares, right? Who cares?
Like a war crime?
Like a war crime.
That's impossible. We're not aardvark land.
Trump's the peace president.
We might get in trouble. But I mean, if we were aardvark land, we're smooth sailing, everything's fine. But we might get into we might be in trouble, people. That's not good.
Problem, reaction, solution, same old script. Manufacture the crisis. Declare a war on fear-based concept. If there's a real war on drugs, go after Johnson & Johnson. You know what I mean? Go after Purdue Pharma. Throw all of their executives in prison. That's not happening. We're targeting alleged drug boats in the Caribbean. Push solutions that trade freedom for safety. Write laws that give the ruling class more control. Swap cartel for terrorists. And it's the same as the last 25 years, war on terror. It's just now a war on drug cartels, Ruckus. It's where we're at.
War on anything and everything. But it's shocking that it's happening under this guy, because as he will tell you, Mr. Trump, that is, that he's a peace president, Sam.
He's a peacenik. It is escalating. Terror designations now from the State Department of Los Chornos and Los Lobos. Los Lobos is the wolves, right? Something like that. So these two groups are now being declared terror organizations and specially designated global terrorists. So it's escalating.
Global?
Los Lobos. I thought that was a band too. Spanish music band there. U.S. is deploying 10 fighter jets to Puerto Rico for drug cartel fight, sources say. Report out of Reuters. It's cranking up here. It is cranking up, and we'll get to where the Pentagon warns Venezuela after claiming 2 military aircraft flew by naval jets. We covered that. Trump said shoot them down. Here's the State Department. Listen to this post by the State Department. They say, our nation was founded on the recognition that moral virtue and a steadfast faith in God are necessary preconditions of freedom. Yet under the Biden administration, U.S. foreign policy belittled Christianity and weaponized government against faith. That era has ended. Where's the charges for civil liberties violations here? For civil rights violations? Where are the charges against this alleged crime? You know what I mean? There are none. There are no charges for violating people's civil liberties here now, Ruckus. But hey, the government's weaponized against faith.
Well, there you have it. What can you do, right? I guess nothing.
Trump has issued his 200th executive order this term. All unconstitutional. The next guy will just undo them. Maybe. Many are for the technocracy, scientific dictatorship agenda to continue. So I'm sure those will stay in place. But there you go. And so MAGA, freedom, Mr. Constitution. I don't know if they ever called him that, but there you go.
Well, they can't now, that's for sure.
Our government has failed. We're living in a failed state, essentially. It doesn't function, the 3 branches of government, when you're issuing 200 executive orders, the most in modern history, setting an unprecedented pace. This is not something to brag about. This is saying that the government has failed and Trump's acting unilaterally as a dictator.
I got it. That was the Washington Times. Was that?
Yeah.
I will give them credit for not injecting their spin in the headline. They did their own job. They actually reported the fact that he's signing his 200th and that it is the fastest rate in history. So nobody can be angry about that. Well, I mean, everybody should be angry about that, but you can't be angry at the Washington. You can't be angry at the media for reporting the news about things like this. But I'm sure
fake news, ban them.
It's fake news. It's a far left conspiracy theory. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Today, Trump, and this is a good one, I got to admit, but where the hell is Congress? They're not doing their job at all. Trump signs an executive order authorizing penalties against countries complicit in holding, quote, wrongfully detained Americans. And so I like that if I was wrongfully detained. Americans are stupid, though. They go overseas and act a fool, get in trouble with drugs, other stuff, and act like, oh, poor me. Well, don't act like a fool, especially not even in your own freaking country. But here's the executive order. Maybe it's going to help. But where, again, where is Congress? And how is this even a thing? You know what I mean? But apparently,
I know we're spoiled here in America. We get so used to the fact that we can just flash mob a store and just like steal all the Nikes and the big screen TVs during a crisis and just get away with it, no problem, willy-nilly, beat people up, steal all the snacks from the bodega shops. But try that in Turkey. Good luck.
They cut your damn hand off in some of these Muslim countries.
Oh, that's right. I thought Turkey was one of those.
Tried in Saudi Arabia. Shit, they'll freaking publicly behead you right now.
They'll see if you can fly when they throw you off the top. Never mind.
Okay, on to Technocracy. There was a big meeting yesterday that we couldn't cover, but we will cover some of it today. All big tech, Mr. Technocracies everywhere there, as Melania Trump rolls out her AI educational initiative. Here she is. The robots are here. Is she a robot? We have to start asking: Are these even people, or are they robots?
Cars now steer themselves through our cities. Robots hold steady hands in the operating room. And drones are redefining the future of war. Innovations of first-generation humanoids, factory automation, and autonomous vehicles have surged from private sector investment. Every one of these advancements is powered by AI. The robots are here. Our future is no longer science fiction.
Gee, Skynet's here, Ruckus. It's here.
Oh, she said robots. I thought she was talking about rowboats. I was confused there. Rowboats? Row your boat? I don't know. Her accent is getting very interesting lately. I don't know.
Here's Bill Gates, right there at the White House, our former doctor during the medical intervention period. There he is, grinning like a Cheshire cat through this entire meeting.
Well, I'm in the second phase of my career, giving away all the wonderful money that Satya's good work has helped multiply a lot. But I think the thing that ties my first career that I still spend some time on because AI is so phenomenal, and my second career is innovation, innovating in health in areas like vaccines or gene editing, and the president and I are talking about taking American innovation to the next level to cure and even eradicate some of these diseases. He mentioned polio, which is one that we're close. We don't need new science on that one. For some like HIV and sickle cell, we do need new science, but the U.S. Has the seeds that in the same way that Warp Speed took those seeds and put them together, I think something fantastic can be done. AI for our foundation is that we want a doctor for everyone in Africa through AI. We want farmers to have incredible advice and kids to have a chance to learn. So the work being done by the people at this table is changing the world. It's coming fast, so it's great. We all get together and talk about how the U.S. can lead in this key area and apply it even to the poorest outside the U.S. as well as to our great citizens. So thank you for incredible leadership, including getting this group together.
Wow. Bill Gates?
I thought that was a conspiracy theory that the world's wealthiest people were trying to control and change the world, but here we are.
It is. They're having open meetings here about the technocratic scientific dictatorship conspiracy. And you can see the wide shot here. To the left, Zuckerberg. To the right, Bill Gates. Like, what the? This is MAGA winning?
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's an honor to be here with this group of people. They're leading a revolution in business and in genius and in every other word, I think.
Fraud, monopoly, illegal business practices.
You can imagine there's never been anything like it.
Censorship, like the world's never seen.
The most brilliant people.
They even banned Trump. It's starting to look like that whole thing was fake because I still hold a grudge, but he doesn't hold a grudge for being banned off Facebook. All these guys banned him, for those that can remember.
Are gathered around this table. This is definitely a high IQ group, and I'm very proud of them. I know all of them indirectly, and I know some of them very well, but I know everybody at the table indirectly through reading about you and studying, knowing a lot about your business, actually. We're making it very easy for you in terms of electric capacity and getting it for you, getting your permits. We're leading China by a lot.
There it is, China again, the boogeyman out there. Why we need this technocracy. and humanoid robots to be weaponized. At this meeting was OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, Google co-founder Sergey Brin, OpenAI president Greg Brockman, Oracle CEO Safra Catz with a C, not a K, surprisingly, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Microsoft chairman and CEO Satya Nadella, Alphabet and Google CEO Sundar Pichai, AMD and AMD president and CEO Lisa Su, and Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg. The White House didn't even mention old Bill Gates. I guess he's just a philanthropist that cares and floats around and does whatever, you know what I mean, helping people. They didn't even mention him in this write-up put out by the White House, conveniently enough.
Of all of those figures, as far as the generic public is concerned and the mainstream media, and I'm talking across the board here from both sides, the two most controversial figures at the table were positioned on either side of the presidential couple. Mark Zuckerberg, of course, I'm not kidding, and I'm wondering, did they do this on purpose? Mark Zuckerberg next to Trump and next to Melania was Bill Gates. And Bill Gates, of course, out of all of those, if I'm not mistaken, running that through my head, yeah, he's actually the least, physically attractive one. It's interesting that they put him next to, ideally, the most physically attractive thing in the room is supposed to be Melania. So they do these types of things on purpose to form a contrast, so that when you see little slimy Bill Gates next to Melania, if you're a fan,
he's not that bad.
Oh, well, Melania is so pretty, and then but why do they put these two in particular, the slimiest of the slime, the least trustworthy, the least well liked of the all, front and center, right next to them? Is this a sign they're saying, hey, I mean, it seems like
I believe it's like you're saying, it's trying to soften Bill Gates, trying to soften Bill Gates' image up there for MAGA.
Exactly, and
they're doing psychological warfare right in front of our face.
I think it's gaslighting. I think they're sticking their thumb right at us, the people who know. And Jack Dorsey's not there. Jack Dorsey is the one who probably Trump would be giving him the side eye, I guess, because he's the one that banned him off of Twitter, of course, before Elon Musk bought it.
Here's Zuckerberg. Is this a robot or is this the real Zuckerberg? Hasn't he always been a government agent? I do believe so.
Well, thanks for hosting us. And this is quite a group to get together. And, I think, all of the companies here are building, just making huge investment.
They act like they're private companies. They're all backed up by government, for God's sake.
In the country in order to build out data centers and infrastructure to power the next wave of innovation. So it's, we don't often...
They're kabillionaires, not because they're geniuses, because they're backed up by the government. Give me a freaking break, man.
Get together as the CEOs of the different companies, but it's good to see everyone.
How much are you spending, would you say, over the next few years?
Oh, gosh. I think it's probably going to be something like, I don't know, at least $600 billion through 28 in the U.S. Yeah.
It's a lot.
No, it's significant.
And he did all kind of wrongdoings, man. But yet there he is sitting next to Trump, yucking it up. Perfectly fine.
600 billion. I mean, people, wrap your head around this.
It's a lot of money.
Ask you, Sam,
a lot of money.
How much?
And how did he earn it? By selling our data is how he earned it. What a lying criminal piece of garbage.
How much do you expect to be spending between now and 2028 yourself, personally?
I don't know. Probably a couple bucks on some ramen is about all we could do over here.
Right. Not at least $600 billion, my friend. What's up?
I don't have giant government contracts like Zuckerberg.
Get on it.
I'm sorry. I'm not an agent of the government. Just more about AI. Who's this? Greg Brockman. I think we'll skip him. Sam Altman. Let's hear from this guy. He's a up and coming psychopath, and so he's getting more important here as he wants your iris scan for his world coin. Surprised Musk wasn't there, actually. I don't think Musk gets along with old Altman, or at least publicly. They act like that.
Sam, you're a big leader of a very new industry at a very young age. You're a young guy. Do you want to tell us about what you're doing? You told me things before that are absolutely unbelievable. So what are you doing?
First of all, to echo the comments of Tim and others, thank you so much for getting us all together, and thank you for being such a pro-business, pro-innovation president. It's a very refreshing change. We're very excited to see what you're doing to make all of our companies and our entire country so successful. The investment that's happening here, the ability to get the power in the industry back in the United States, I think this will set us up for a long period of great success leading the world, and I don't think that would be happening now without your leadership. We're very grateful to be able to build our company here, to build data centers here, to build the entire AI industry and lead the world in the United States. Echoing many other people's comments, I think this will transform the world in a profound way, and I think it really will be to the United States' advantage to be able to lead the world this way. The event that the First Lady hosted today about education was really wonderful, and watching what AI is doing even today for education and so many other industries is really great. So thank you so much for enabling this. We will invest a ton in the United States, and we will do our best to make sure that we continue to lead here.
Isn't it wonderful? The data centers.
This probably wouldn't have happened if Sam Altman wasn't stuffed into his school locker when he was a kid so many times.
Man, they're building Skynet right in front of everybody, in front of God and the whole world here, right in our face, man. But I guess it's winning. Alphabet, Google, monopolistic, doing illegal business practices. Trump supports them. They banned Trump. You would think he likes to hold grudges, but he doesn't seem to hold a grudge about it. In addition to my previous posted truth concerning Google, please let this statement serve to represent that Google has also paid in the past $13 billion in false claims and charges for a total of $16.5 billion. How crazy is that? The European Union must stop this practice against American companies immediately. Are they an American company? I think they're pretty multinational here now. Trump's talking about fines levied against Google by the EU for monopolistic business practices. But don't you worry, Ruckus. AI startup says it will end crime by blanketing the entire United States in ever-watching spy cameras. And so...
I thought you were going to say nerve gas.
Well, that may be on the way too, shot right out of the surveillance cameras. And it's this company that we do talk about a little bit here, Flock. Crime rates in the United States, as a matter of statistical fact, have fallen drastically over the past 30 years. I was told there's a crime emergency, but at the same time, due to a mix of sensational news reporting and irresponsible political rhetoric, the average American mistakenly believes they're increasing. And now, barreling into that reality is a 38-year-old tech bro. Well, the tech bros are here to save the world. That's the CEO of Flock Safety, valued at $7.5 billion, according to Forbes. Flock has amassed a matrix of over 80,000 AI-powered cameras throughout the United States since its founding in 2017. So there we go. A bright police state future here, Ruckus.
Unbelievable. These tech bros.
Keeping us safe. On to the Epstein. Everybody's tired of it. It's a Democrat hoax. And now they're recycling again here, cementing the narrative as we go forward. Trump was an FBI informant, it appears. Old Speaker of the House Mike Johnson is claiming, as has been claimed in the past, as cover for Trump. Here it is.
he's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president knows and has great sympathy for the women who have suffered these unspeakable harms.
Trump was an FBI informant, so there you go. Pretty amazing revelations here. Trump says it's time to end the Democrat Epstein hoax and give the Republicans credit for the great, even legendary job that they are doing. They're not doing anything. He signs executive orders. What are they doing? What? It's like we live in an alternative reality here. I swear, man. It feels like.
Will you stop being a panicking? Trust in President Trump.
It's getting more dystopic by the day here, Ruckus. I swear.
Ignore the panicins and trust in President Trump.
There you go. I don't know. I didn't mention it on this show, but I've been talking about it recently. I don't watch TV, of course, but
you should. You need brainwashing.
No, I should not. But I managed to catch the three. There's 4 of them now, but I caught the first 3 episodes of the newest season of South Park. It's fantastic, but they nailed.
We can't play a clip here.
We can't, but maybe you've seen it. But there's a lot of things that we discuss here on this show that I'm like, oh my god, maybe the creators of this show are watching Weaponized News or something. But yeah, but like this whole concept. One of the things they nailed is this attitude thing with Trump, where like everybody they're concerned about. They raise an issue. It's like, hey, relax, guy. You just need to relax. It's like constantly he's telling everybody that they should just relax, and every time I hear that, I can't stop but thinking of Bondi and the panicking thing. And I'm just like, they nailed it 100%, dude. So calm down. Just settle down, everybody. It's all right.
Just calm down as they're building Skynet technocracy in our face.
Hey, relax.
They're turning the screws on us here. Another part of the Epstein saga here. Old James O'Keefe did another undercover video. Says that DOJ deputy chief admits government will redact every Republican name on said Epstein list and release Democrat names. So there you go, turning it into left, right, Democrat, Republican, and just muddying the waters that much further. When they're all on it, they're all guilty.
Maybe the other side will do the same thing, and we'll just go back and forth with it.
It's a Republican hoax. Oh no, it's a Democrat hoax. And then yeah, they're gonna just keep it going like this. But as far as I can tell, the FBI and DOJ have essentially said case closed. You know what I mean? So we're not getting any quote justice through the formal means here now. It's just not going to happen.
The past is the past. Let bygones be bygones, and just let's focus on the future. We have to beat China, so we don't have time for this nonsense.
Freaking drugs everywhere. I know. ICE is failing big time here, Ruckus. Despite all of the propaganda, ICE deported 145,419 illegal aliens from detention centers in the first 6 months of the Trump administration, including self-deportations, according to official data from a FOIA request. Here is the chart for those more visual learners out there. And you can see this is nowhere near the level that we need to be at to get all the illegal aliens out of this country. But the propaganda is relentless, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Well, I have some good news for you. They're picking up the pace. I just caught wind of a story. Maybe we'll talk about it later. But they arrested almost 500 people at once, South Koreans, at like
we got that story. We'll get there. You're a little bit ahead of me. Here is on the anniversary of the French Revolution, and they're rolling out the guillotines again. To call for beheading officers is unhinged behavior, the Department of Homeland Security says, and they posted this video. What do they say? They also say the men and women of ICE put their lives on the line every single day to arrest violent, criminal, illegal aliens. Politicians and activists must turn the temperature down and tone down their rhetoric. And here are the requested guillotines. Protesting outside a ICE detention facility there, full with guillotines. Alligator Alcatraz will stay open, and so will our promise to remove every violent, criminal, illegal alien from the country. Dog killer Ice Barbie, Christy Nome says. And so here you go. Alligator Alcatraz open for business once again. Here's the report about it. A judge now reversing the order to shut down Alligator Alcatraz. Let's watch this short report. So maybe we can be housed at Alligator Alcatraz still.
To a major decision involving Alligator Alcatraz, a judge now reversing the order to shut it down, allowing the migrant detention center in the Everglades to stay open. This is being seen as a major victory for the Trump administration.
And we're getting reaction to the stunning news tonight. Local 10's Magdala Lusan joins us live near Ochopee with more. Magdala.
Yeah, so that initial order was just issued 2 weeks ago to the day, asking the state to shut down Alligator Alcatraz as well as move the detainees out. But now with this reversal order in today, it looks like Alligator Alcatraz will stay open.
She almost got hit by that speeding vehicle. Did you see that?
Florida's opening a new deportation depot immigration detention center in North Florida. It's called Deportation Depot is what they're dubbing it. And it's all well and good until they decide to turn it on us, you see, as they're building this police state around us. Lawmakers demand answers on ICE facial recognition app as oversight fight intensifies. It's they're claiming now that they're wearing these Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, enabling facial recognition with AI software. DHS biometric ID is allegedly being used by ICE agents to target illegal aliens. And so there's a big fight about that now, with the Democrats acting like they care. They don't care. It's just
I have to correct you, Sam. They're not targeting illegal aliens at that point. They're targeting whatever their heads-up display, the HUD in their eyeglasses, says is an illegal alien. If, say, I don't know, a hacker or a bad actor were to get inside the system and start changing the identifications of people and labeling them as illegal aliens or as terrorists, well, I think you can see how we might have some issues here.
That would never happen.
Well, of course, I'm maybe in a movie or something like Minority Report, but never in real life. And that has never happened in the past. People have never been wrongly accused of committing crimes that they did not commit. And there has never, ever to this day been an issue with facial recognition nabbing the wrong person.
Glad we got that.
Look it up online and you won't call me a liar.
Glad we got that straight. So the House Oversight Committee here on the Department of Homeland Security is they're acting concerned. They say Congress has long had concerns with the federal government's use of facial recognition technology and has regularly conducted oversight of how DHS utilizes this technology. The mobile Fortify application has been deployed to the field while still in beta testing, which raises concerns about its accuracy. how you were saying there. Moreover, the Border Patrol has tested Mobile Fortify. That's the system they're using there in specific scenarios, which may differ from how ICE utilizes the application in the field. Mobile Fortify there, and it would never identify anyone. That's absurd to even make that claim.
Mobile Fortify, MF. That's good. I'm gonna use that one on my next post. I'm just gonna drop a bunch of MF here and there, and people know what I'm talking about, right?
Mobile Fortify.
Fortify, yeah.
Hey, if a flock has 80,000 official AI-powered surveillance cameras around America,
their MF as F. There you go.
Here is your aforementioned big arrest there. 475 arrested at ICE's largest single site operation. Most workers at Hyundai plant in Georgia, South Korean nationals. Workers arrested were in the United States illegally. Homeland Security. What the hell's going on there at your plant? Hyundai, South Koreans. Let's watch this short clip.
Site, okay? We're Homeland Security. We have a search warrant for the whole site. We need construction to cease immediately. We need all work to end on the site right now. Warrant.
Hyundai, I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're slave labor, something shady as hell going on at the Hyundai plant there in Georgia with 475 illegal South Koreans. Very shady.
Certainly not the company's fault. Clearly those people pulled a fast one on them. They had no idea.
They use fake IDs, obviously. Stolen IDs. Identity theft, a major problem.
Talk about a major blow to your daily operation. Holy crap.
they shut them down there, yeah. Okay, on to the economy. Gold today passed $3,600. Last I checked, it went down a little bit, but that was an all-time record high for the spot price of gold. So it's going up here. And old Howard Lutnick doesn't know anything about Epstein, was a neighbor for many years, but knows nothing about it. It's a Democrat hoax. He's the U.S. Commerce Secretary. Also, conveniently enough, didn't go to work on at the Twin Towers on 9/11 as well. Almost like he had foreknowledge of the terrorist attack. Maybe he was speaking with bin Laden. We just don't know. But with his, 800, 600, how many ever shell companies? He's a kabillionaire. Always, genius stock picker and never using inside information. Now, as U.S. Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick is going after India and pushing them right into the arms of Russia and China, the evil China. Well, what the hell? We're going to continue on this path of tariffing them for doing oil deals, for buying oil from Russia. And here's Lutnick. This is from Simon Post. He chimed in on this. He says, the arrogance is stunning. In 3 months, it's like Modi may announce alongside Putin, India is the first major country to join the Greater Eurasian Partnership. As Simon loves to beg on about that. It is a big deal. Make no mistake about it. And by the way, U.S. Navy, get out of Indian ports. And he's replying to this clip from old Lutnick. Let's watch it.
Any type of deal or backing down to a lower rate with India?
I would expect, like you saw it in Canada, right? Carney got elected with this term, elbows up, meaning let's fight with America. They put on retaliatory tariffs. They were all bravado. And what happened? Their GDP negative 1.6%, unemployment rocketing towards 8%. And what did Carney just do? He just finally dropped his retaliatory tariffs. So I think what happens is it's all bravado because you think it feels good to fight with the biggest client in the world. But eventually, your businesses are going to say, you've got to stop this and go make a deal with America. So I think, yes, in a month or 2 months, I think India is going to be at the table, and they're going to say they're sorry, and they're going to try to make a deal with Donald Trump, and it will be on Donald Trump's desk how he wants to deal with Modi, and we leave that to him.
Letnick says India needs to decide what side they want to be on. I think they've already decided. It's called BRICS, but wow, things are escalating here.
India is a tiny country. They don't have a lot of people there, hardly any soldiers. They don't know much about technology or military weaponry. I think we should just totally pick a fight with them and see what happens.
Well, we are, because of China.
And if you don't Google that, you won't be able to call me a liar.
Because of China. But wait a minute, we're pushing them into China's hands. None of this makes sense. Oh, but it does, because I do believe that this is the soft power transfer to the East at the very highest levels of government. Simon also went on to post the astronomical irony of Trump's comments. Please see this and note the comments of the flash drive, very Epstein-esque. Note game version is Winds of War, and he's talking about this post by Trump. Looks like we've lost India and Russia to deepest, darkest China. May they have a long and prosperous future together. Boom.
Okay, Barron definitely helped him with that one.
And then finally, Trump announces today that the G20 summit in 2026 will be held in America for the first time in 20 years in Miami. And he also said that Xi and Putin can come, even though they're not participating partners, and watch from the sidelines. And he's like, but I don't think they will. Well, no, I don't think they will either. Here's Trump making that announcement.
Very exciting thing to host the G20. And as we celebrate our nation's 250th anniversary next year, the United States will have the honor of hosting exactly that, the G20 summit right here in America for the first time in nearly 20 years. This afternoon, I'm thrilled to announce that the 2026 G20 conference, which will be, I could read off the countries that we're talking about, but you know who they are, I think. Does anybody want me to list them specifically? Jennifer, you're okay? Okay, but will be held in one of our country's greatest cities, beautiful Miami.
Wouldn't it be wonderful? Okay, let's take our live commercial break right now, and then we'll get into public health news. Everybody go to weaponizednews.com.
Real quick, wouldn't it be funny if they did show up just as a prank? It was like a troll move, and they just did sit on the sidelines and just put up some beach chairs and an umbrella and pulled out some popcorn and just watched the show? I don't know. I thought that'd be funny.
That would be a major troll move. And brought some brick signs with them. Okay, here is Weaponized News stickers, holograph sticker, white background sticker, and clear sticker. Go to weaponizednews.com, get your stickers. We have some books. We have pet ID tags there. Help support independent reporting and analysis at weaponizednews.com. We got Buy Me a Coffee, Cash App, Bitcoin wallet, links there in the description below this video down there. Thank you for all the subscribers and support. We need a whole lot more. So think about helping out Weaponized News that we're broadcasting here Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, live, breaking down all of the lies and propaganda coming out of your government. #winning. Go ahead, Ruckus.
Okay, actually, I would like to take my opportunity, instead of plugging my stuff, to wish a farewell to Bobby Powell, who just passed away. He was a friend and a colleague of mine. I used to do work with him back in the day. I would consider him a friend. I've spoken to him many times on and off air. He is well known because he had possession of some of the most damning evidence from the J6 incident that took place at the U.S. Capitol back in the day. You remember that. He was the one who who actually took the footage. You probably have all seen it, where there was clearly an undercover federal agent pulling apart a window from its frame, and more well known, there was one guy holding a long extending pole to hold open the Columbus doors. So everybody's seen this footage. He worked tirelessly to get this footage into the hands of the media like Fox and CNN and everybody ignored him. That picture I shared was a personal one that he had shared with me from back in the day. Let's see, that's Mike Lindell. He would go around and he would carry around a little USB stick and try to get the information to people. He was a joker. That's him laying down before he passed away, picking out where he wanted to be buried. So his family has started a GoFundMe page. If anyone wants to help him out, just search for assist with Bobby's funeral expenses, Bobby Powell. Go to my Facebook page if you want. There's a link for it in there somewhere. Follow me on X, and I'll have something up about it there later. To find all of that, just go to alternatecurrentradio.com, and shout out to rest in peace there, Bobby Powell. Sir, you were one of the real ones. Semper Fi, my friend.
Indeed, rest in peace there, Bobby Powell. Yeah, obviously it was all, it wasn't provocateur by the federal government at all. The guy had evidence on video. Who cares? You know what I mean? We became the sickest country in the world. Here's Bobby Kennedy Jr. telling the Senate yesterday. Let's watch. We got a couple clips here about it.
We are the sickest country in the world. That's why we have to fire people at CDC. They did not do their job. This was their job to keep us healthy.
Thank you.
And I need to fire some of those people to make sure this doesn't happen again.
God forbid somebody from the federal government gets fired. And actually, it's your own job. Take some personal responsibility. If you're relying on the government to keep you healthy, you've already lost this battle. I mean, come on, man. But they do deserve to be fired for complete and utter failure. One of the only government agencies that actually is firing somebody, and the courts are constantly trying to block it, and we are the sickest country in the world. Thank you very much, CDC, the greatest public health outfit that history's ever known. Here's more about this. Who is this? I forget who this is, but anyway, Americans have lost faith in the CDC. Oh, you don't say. We need to restore that faith. And we're going to do that by telling the truth and not through propaganda, really. This is propaganda and lies from your government at yesterday's hearing.
What safeguards are in place to ensure decisions are based solely on science and not politics? And how are you going to make sure doctors and parents can count on CDC guidance?
I mean, Senator, I would point this out. Right now, there's only 10% of children are complying with the CDC's recommendation on COVID boosters. Only 15% of healthcare workers. So Americans have lost faith in CDC, and we need to restore that faith. And we're going to do that by telling the truth and not through propaganda, by making them understand that everything that we say is true, that we're going to tell them what we know, we're going to tell them what we don't know, and we're going to tell them what we're researching and how we're doing it. We're going to be
horrific from the ex-heroin act conspiracy theory there, Bobby Kennedy Jr. We are reorganizing the entire organ procurement industry. It's freaking horrific. As the HHS has admitted that they were basically killing people for their organs in United States hospitals. No one gets in trouble for that.
We have mounted a major investigation of misconduct, of illegal behavior, of organ harvesting, of living people, of line skipping, of favoritism, of all kinds of scandalous behavior inside the organ procurement organizations. We have already ended the contract, terminated the contract to the sole source provider. We are reorganizing the entire industry so that this can never happen again.
What a friggin' nightmare. Jeez.
Problem, reaction, here comes the solution. We are going to see all sorts of synthetic life form type bizarre scientific mRNA, crazy hybrid pig spider heart things that like they're gonna solve this problem with this chaotic problem with the organs with synthetic stuff that's garbage. I guarantee you.
We're in the golden age of science, Ruckus. Mr. Technocracy here, the CDC acting director, Jim O'Neill, direct line from him to Peter Thiel. I'm sure that's just a coincidence. He says during the pandemic, public health authorities obstructed toddlers' breathing with cloth masks, gave gene-altering therapeutics to children, conspired with unions, keep schools closed, and discredited low-cost medications in favor of expensive and ineffective biologics. I don't know, YouTube. This guy's the acting director of the CDC. Are we allowed to say all that? Well, we just did because I read a direct post from him. But, wow. I still will never trust him. Yeah, I'll still never trust Jim O'Neill. Sorry. He has to do a whole lot more, and he may, as things are changing. But as Rugga said, it's the golden age of science, so we still trust the science. They're cutting, allegedly, here. New York Post reports Bobby Kennedy Jr.'s HHS slashes $122 million across nearly 200 DEI LGBT-focused research projects. Well, they're a bunch of bigots, obviously. And so they are cutting a little bit, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't know, $122 still is a lot of money in grants to research deemed a poor use of taxpayer money. And so they're cutting off of all this DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion funding. The grants funding 195 different projects were determined by the Trump administration to focus too narrowly on sexual or racial minority groups. See, they're a bunch of bigots there. They need help too. So they're cutting a bunch, not nearly enough. They should abolish the entire thing.
Dude, $122 million only seems like a lot until you remember the $600 billion that Zuckerberg was talking about.
True. That's literally nothing if you put it in relative terms. Okay, here's Bobby Kennedy Jr. A little bit before we came on the air posted this. He says, this is a screenshot from American Academy of Pediatrics web page thanking the organization's top corporate donors. These 4 companies make virtually every miracle on the CDC recommended childhood miracle schedule. AAP is angry that the CDC has eliminated corporate influence in decisions over miracle recommendations and returned CDC to, there you go, gold standard of science and evidence-based medicine, laser focused on children's health. AAP today released its own list of corporate-friendly miracle recommendations. The Trump administration believes in free speech, and AAP has a right to make its case to the American people, but AAP should follow the lead of HHS and disclose conflicts of interest, including its corporate entanglements and those of its journal Pediatrics, so that Americans may ask whether the APP's recommendations reflect public health interests or perhaps just a pay-to-play scheme to promote commercial ambitions of AAP's big pharma benefactors. Well, that's just more conspiracy theory from Bobby Kennedy Jr. Here's their screenshot of their website. And what better sponsors to have than Merck, Moderna, Pfizer, and SoFi. So, yeah, I mean, they care about our health. You know what I mean? So there you go. I trust
no conflict of interest whatsoever.
None whatsoever. I trust their recommendations.
Wow. They put it in your face right there at the end. I'm like, well, why bother? We already know the answer here.
There you go. If we can't trust these guys, I don't know who can.
Look at that jumps off the page, dude. Those things are larger than everything else on the document. That is insane.
They're part of the president's circle, 50,000 and above. And so it's about our health, clearly, and the children's health.
Well, that's cool, but after they do all that, and we're gonna, can we do something about the FDA, because there's some people that suspect they're a bit of a pay-to-play scheme too. Yeah, they got some conflict of interest going on there too. Yeah.
No, not so much. It's the golden age of science. We need
Oh,
better.
yeah, about that. He wants to go back. He wants to roll the clock back to the golden age, to the gold standard. I'm like, if everything was so damn fine and dandy all along, how did we get to where we are now? Don't we need to? It's not the science we have to worry about, right? It's not the gold standard. It's something else. There's something else going on here. Is it the human factor? Is it the greed? What is it? I don't think just them disclosing their potential conflicts of interest is going to do anything. They need to be removed. They need to remove every single all of those logos should not be there. They get rid of it. Gone. You know, if you put a logo on this, you go to jail. How about that?
Seem pretty tough there, Ruckus.
I'm a law and order kind of guy.
More from Bobby Kennedy Jr. yesterday. He says we need better safety studies when a product's going to be given to 76 million children. More conspiracy from Bobby Kennedy Jr. Let's hear what he said yesterday. Sounds like a good medicine to me, Ruckus.
At least they waited 4 days to test it before they rushed it to market. I'm like, geez, that's crazy, man. Science is it's getting better. It's moving at the speed of science, kids. Things go very quick. It's accelerating and amplifying. That's the word.
At that hearing yesterday, Bernie Sanders admits that every politician, both Republican and Democrat, take money from Big Pharma. Well, now we got Bernie Sanders jumping in with conspiracies as well.
Dr. Oz, Vinay Prasad.
So you got a few doctors who agree with you, but I'm giving you the
Not a few doctors. What you're talking about is there's a big difference, Senator, between established science and the scientific establishment, which has been co-opted by the pharmaceutical industry.
So you're telling the American people that the American Medical Association, representing hundreds of thousands of people, have been co-opted and that they should not trust their doctors. And the American Academy of Pediatrics, and by the way, just for the record, every single Republican, I don't mean to be political here, Mr. Chairman, has received PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. Are they all corrupt as well?
And I'm telling you, the American Heart Association has been co-opted by the food
Everybody but you, Senator. But you know what? When you ran for president, we have a corrupt campaign finance system. Maybe you will agree with me on that. Okay, you were running for president, you had $1 billion behind it. You received $300,000 from people, not from the industry, people in it, as I did, from individuals. You corrupt. President Trump got $3 million. Every Republican got corporate PAC money for the pharmaceutical industry. Democrats as well. Everybody is corrupt. But you? Is that what we're looking at? I don't think so. And I think the issue now...
I do think so, actually, Bernie. And he's corrupt too, so there you go. You're all corrupt.
Well, I send that link to me after I want that one. I'm saving that one. That was fantastic. Yes, everything he said is correct. Everybody is corrupt. Except he's wrong about the fact, except you, RFK Jr. He's also corrupt. Everybody's corrupt.
Ex-heroin addict, womanizer, conspiracy theorist extraordinaire.
The look on RFK Jr.'s face was freaking priceless. That was so good. That was a good clip.
HHS official, I know YouTube's not going to like this. I'm sorry, YouTube, but this is from your official government now. Press release, HHS reinforces religious and conscious exemptions from childhood miracle mandates. I know it's horrific, but that's what they're saying over there. So it is moving the ball.
God, I mean, cheese and crackers. Here's
the press release from HHS. Their YouTube, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. HHS reinforces religious and conscious exemptions from the childhood miracle mandates. I don't know. They want people to actually have informed, choice, but it's informed consent. I know it's a sin. It's wrong. Everyone should be, forcibly medicated, but things are changing. The times are changing there at public.
They're not changing.
They're not.
This is a giant psyop. This is the biggest trick in the world. I'm catching on to it now. I'm like, it's been happening so slowly that I just barely noticed it until now. Like nothing is changing. All of these wins.
But they wrote a strongly worded press release.
Well, that's fine, but it's not going to cut it with me, dude. I'm using my brain here, but I'm serious. Like, all we had, the system was in place. It was always like X, Y, and Z. Then the thing happened in 2020, and then they threw all the old rules out the window. They let the other side, the other team. I don't want to get political about it, there, Bernie. So the other side just ran with it and destroyed everybody's rights and threw us backwards like into the Stone Age. And now the other team. I don't want to get political here. Came in, and all they're doing is just making it go back the way it used to be before all that other garbage. So they didn't do anything. There's no forward progress. They just simply removed all the mess that the other people made. And they're like, well, see, we fixed it. We're making change. No, what the heck? This is not winning at all. This is ridiculous. This is a giant waste of time. And it's just going to go back again. It's going to get crazy again the next time the next party's in power again.
Hashtag Maha. Okay, moving on here to some other wins coming out of Maha. Campbell's Soup to eliminate synthetic food colorings by 2026. And I know this was a major issue for many people. The synthetic food colors in your Campbell's Soup. So there you go. Maha wins. Big time wins here, Ruckus. It's hard to contain ourselves. Kinvu stock drops 10% on report. Bobby Kennedy Jr. will link autism to Tylenol use during pregnancy. And so that is what is coming out here now. Shares of the maker of Tylenol drop 10% there. HHS will release the report that could draw that link this month. The Wall Street Journal has reported. And so there you have it. We thought it was something else, but this whole time it was Tylenol, Ruckus. So I'm glad that has been solved. We don't know, though, seriously, until the report drops. Yeah. We don't know until the report drops, but this is the early reporting about said.
Is that all they got? I don't know. With Tylenol? Come on, guys. Tylenol? Really?
I believe them.
This is okay. I believe it then too. Why not?
I don't believe the first-hand testimony from mothers and fathers that I've talked to personally about what all went on there with their wellness visit checks. I don't believe them. I trust the CDC there in HHS. So.
Well, this is great because that means we're gonna have to get all that crap off the market stat, and then we're gonna have to have something new to replace it, right? Yeah, cha-ching. There you go.
LSD shows promise for reducing anxiety in drug makers' mid-stage study. So we could all be, stoned out of our mind on LSD, and you won't even have to worry about any of these other problems. It's trippy, man. And so there you go. As they MK Ultra, anyone? They used the LSD in that mind control experiments, and it's still ongoing to this day. They never stopped MK Ultra, but now LSD being mainstreamed here. LSD reduced symptoms of anxiety in a mid-stage study published yesterday, paving the way for additional testing and possible medical approval of a psychedelic drug that has been banned in the United States for more than half a century. The results from drug maker MindMed tested several doses of LSD in patients with moderate to severe generalized anxiety disorder, with the benefits lasting as long as 3 months. Wow, you could be tripping for 3 months. The company plans to conduct follow-up studies to confirm the results and then apply for FDA approval. Oh, man. LSD ain't no joke, man. And it's a powerful, powerful drug. And what kind of, you have to be just a total spastic case strung out on anxiety disorder to have to resort to using LSD as a treatment here, Ruckus. Seems extreme to me.
Hey, man, just relax, man. Just trust in President Trump, man.
Zuckerberg at the White House. Okay, continuing here. Department of War. Pete Hegseth, the former Fox News man, has never been prouder of the Department of War. And so it's the Department of War now. It is more honest. Trump signed executive order today changing the name of the Department of Defense to Department of War, signaling we're going to freaking war, man. Yeah. Here's Trump.
We've been talking about this Department of War. So we won the First World War. We won the Second World War. We won everything before that and in between. And then we decided to go woke and we changed the name to Department of Defense. So we're going to...
We went woke. They changed it right after World War II. They were woke, and I guess Eisenhower was woke, Ruckus. That's what he's implying here.
I'm just happy that we win so many wars, all the wars.
Yeah, did we really?
Everything in
between. We won World War II with Operation Paperclip, bringing many Nazi scientists over here to continue mind control experiments, i.e., MK Ultra, amongst many other crimes against humanity that they've committed here. So
he talks about it like it's a casual game, right? Like, oh, we keep winning the wars. We won the war. Yeah, whatever.
Dude, they're fired up about it. Here is the plaque on Pete Hegseth's door there. And here's a video of them changing it. So Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense, no more. He is now Pete Hegseth, Secretary of War. These freaking psychos are going to get us all killed, man. That's what it's starting to really look like here. It's really shaping up.
I keep waiting you're going to tell me this is all fake. This is deep fake. This is just a joke. This is a Babylon Bee sketch.
Here you go. No, this is all very real. U.S. Department of War. They have the website up, War.Gov. There it is, War.Gov, U.S. Department of War. We're going to freaking war. They're telling us.
No, where are you getting that from?
Call me crazy, but all signs point toward we're going to freaking war. I don't even know with who. I guess the drug cartels, Venezuela. It looks like it's shaping up. China, Russia.
I don't see it, man. I don't see where you're coming from.
I know it's wild speculation on my part. Let's watch propaganda video about how that's from the Secretary of War. That they just put this out moments before we came on the air.
Born in Forest Lake, Minnesota, a proud Princeton graduate, an officer in the United States Army National Guard, a veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan, recipient of the Bronze Star Medal for Valor, a warrior, a leader, and a patriot. Please stand and honor your United States Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth.
Honor your United States Secretary of War, Ruckus.
You missed it. I had to take a knee during that when he told me to stand, because I was already standing.
Man, oh man, do we even play this Joker? I hate this guy. Sebastian Gorka, neocon, warmonger, piece of trash. He's the senior director of counter terrorism. They're talking about how
he's a dual citizen, isn't he?
He's a dual citizen. Yeah, he's a real piece of garbage, actually. But somehow he made it into the Trump administration again, the second term. We were told by numerous families who had missed loved ones during they're talking about that executive order today. Yeah, it was a good one, but whatever good that's going to do. More propaganda from the Secretary of War here. Pete Hegseth says we have the absolute and complete authority to conduct an illegal airstrike on an alleged Venezuelan drug vessel. This is our Secretary of War now.
Mr. Secretary, what legal authority did the Pentagon invoke to strike that boat full of drug smugglers?
We have the absolute and complete authority to conduct that. First of all, just the defense of the American people alone. 100,000 Americans were killed each year under the previous administration because of an open border and open drug traffic flow. That is an assault on the American people. I said we smoked a drug boat, and there's 11 narco terrorists at the bottom of the ocean.
We smoked a drug boat. There's no due process, no evidence, no nothing. Just trust your government, and you may be smoked next.
Only if they designate you as a global terrorist, though. Which they don't just throw that label around willy-nilly, thank God. Just don't Google that, and again, you won't call me a liar.
Africa, there's what are they called? The ISCAP, Islamic State Central Africa Province, has killed about 200 people and burned villages. So that's going on. They're in Africa. Here's a little infographic of the timeline of this. Nothing near Gaza, but they're trying there. And so you can see here down along the bottom as 39 Christians killed, 50 houses burned back on August 15th. And you see how it's progressed. 44 Christians killed there in mid-July, and 45 killed, 50 houses burned, 60 vehicles burned as those civil wars go on. Quite horrific, but nothing compared to what they're doing in Gaza.
This won't stand. That's terrible. This isn't going to work. The ISCAP, ISCAP. That's not gonna. It doesn't roll off the tongue. It doesn't stick. They're going to have to get a rename, a rebranding thing going if they want this to pick up.
It'll pick up. I'm sure it will pick up. Germany plans to buy 3 Aardvark land Huron drones for nearly 1 billion euros, despite criticism over Aardvark land's Gaza offensive. Here are the, and some would say they did not see this coming, but here's an image of said drones. Egypt's foreign ministry.
It flies itself? That's crazy.
It's pretty sweet, right?
No.
There you go. It's got the Aardvark space laser on it.
Has a little model of the Space Needle on top. You see that?
It does. It does indeed. That's out of Bloomberg reporting on that. The Egypt's foreign ministry, Egypt says it will not be complicit in ending the Palestinian cause or becoming a gateway for displacement. This is the red line. They're not going to take Palestinians into Egypt there south of Gaza because they know they will be bombed as well, harboring Hamas. Here's Trump's statement today. If Hamas does not release the hostages, it will get nasty, or it will be nasty. Well, it's already pretty damn nasty here, Trump.
On the negotiations to release the rest of the hostages in Gaza?
We're in very deep negotiation with Hamas. We said, let them all out right now, let them all out, and much better things will happen for them. But if you don't let them all out, it's going to be a tough situation.
Is there even any hostages? Gaza genocide reaches 700th day today as the Aardvark land steps up carpet bombing and forced displacement. Aardvark Army announces that it now controls around 40% of Gaza City. So they are well on their way to taking all of it here now. And I'm calling for sanctions. Obviously, anyone who goes against genocide deserves to be sanctioned by America. A senior European Union official stated yesterday that Aardvark land is committing genocide in Gaza. You think? So more and more voices are coming out. I don't know what, it's another one of these things. What evidence does she have? Oh, in the last 24 hours, under the quota, 69 have been killed there in Gaza, reporting 422 injured. And so literally every day they're killing the hell out of people. 13,000 children in Gaza were admitted for malnutrition treatment in July. Let's watch this UN UNICEF video. But they probably need to be sanctioned too.
Our worst fears that we've been warning about have come true. A famine is occurring in Gaza City. And it's possible that within a couple of weeks, that famine will spread to other parts of the Gaza Strip, including here in Deir al-Balah in the middle area of Gaza. And we have seen this coming, we have warned about it, and we've been unable to prevent it, despite our best efforts, because not enough aid, not enough food, nutrition supplies, clean water, medical equipment are getting into the Gaza Strip. This is an unacceptable man-made crisis that's a result of engineered scarcity, and it's children, like this little girl, who are suffering as a result. Every single month for 6 months, the number of children admitted for treatment for malnutrition has been going up. In the first half of August alone, the number was 7,200 children, compared to 13,000 in the entire month of July. The international community must do everything that it can to get on top of this crisis and to encourage Israel to increase the amount of aid that's allowed into the Gaza Strip. UNICEF is doing everything that we can to address this situation. We are bringing in nutrition supplies, including treatments for children who have malnutrition. But more must be done urgently to address this growing crisis.
They're not sending in the blue helmets?
It pisses me off knowing that if that was like cats and dogs, more people would care. Isn't that freaking stupid? This is so sick. I hate this.
Here's another video from the United Nations today.
We raised the alarm that families were going days without food. And this is what comes after, when it's stretched from days to weeks to months.
From tent to tent, we meet families trapped in hunger, fathers who are skipping meals so their children can eat a little more, malnourished mothers who cannot breastfeed their children. Parents carry unbearable guilt, watching their children starve, feeling powerless to feed them.
This community was once bound by food, by a shared meal, by the presence of loved food. And today we're looking at a community that is fracturing under the pressure of the scarcity of food. Every day, life in Gaza is reduced to the search for calories.
Families walk for hours through rubble and wait all day for aid trucks, hoping there will still be something left when they reach the front. This is what famine means in Gaza. It's not only the absence of food. It's the stripping away of dignity, the unraveling of health, the constant fear that tomorrow there will be even less than today.
There you go. I guess the UN are now Hamas propagandists. Patriots are in control, but they're aardvark patriots. Let's watch this.
אני בנימין שפירו, בנם של דוד וקיילה שפירו. As a Jew and as an American, I light this torch in honor of Israel, a land of heroes and dreamers who stand together as a united wall against the enemies of Western civilization. אני בנימין
Oh man. Here's aforementioned Mike Huckabee, ambassador, U.S. ambassador to Aardvark land. He's still making these long debunked claims that Hamas recorded themselves butchering pregnant women and babies on October 7th. Literally, the video doesn't exist, but what the hell? Just keep the propagandas and lies going. They're from good evangelical Christian Zionist, Mike Huckabee.
People tend to forget that Hamas didn't just do these evil things. They were proud of it. So proud that they wore cameras on their helmets and recorded the butchering of pregnant women, babies, elderly people. They recorded it, and then they boasted of it. They called their parents while they were in the home of a Jewish family, having just slaughtered them with blood all over the walls, and called and said, "Mom, Dad, I just killed 10 Jews. Aren't you proud of me?" Who does that? This is sick. It's a level of evil that it's hard to even understand. For God's sake, the Nazis at least tried to hide what they were doing when they were murdering 6 million Jews and 11 million people.
It's literally made up what he said. There is no video of them doing that. So he's literally lying right there. But hey.
He didn't even mention that, or he just was like, he just speaks like that as though it was truth, and as
a matter of fact, yeah.
A little NLP move to like, he should have nodded like, well, we all know, we've all seen it. He could have said something like that. It would have been extra special. I couldn't even recognize him underneath his David Letterman get up there that he was wearing. That was neat.
Here he is saying that Aardvark land versus Palestine is a battle of good versus evil. But I think he's on the other side of things compared to the rest of the world, actually, at this point.
Stepping back, you don't see just a geopolitical conflict. What you see is a spiritual conflict. This is a battle of the ages. This is not horizontal. It's not left, right, liberal, conservative. This is a vertical battle. It's heaven versus hell. It's good versus evil. People need to see it in that context or they'll miss the whole thing. What Hamas did was a level of evil, the likes of which you just look throughout all history and would be hard-pressed to find anything like it. Where does that come from? It doesn't come just from socio-political or economic pressures. It comes from an evil that originates from the most demonic forces that have ever been unleashed on this earth. And that's why I feel like particularly Christian believers in the United States and across the world need to recognize it. You don't stand with Israel because you agree with their government or everything. You stand with Israel because Israel is standing for a tradition of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and for the law, for the light, for the foundation of Western civilization itself, and to stand for those who would wish to annihilate not just every Jew, but every Christian, which is the ultimate goal of people like Hamas. You got to pick a side. This is not something where it's, well, this side, but this side. Pick a side, because you can't straddle this fence. You just can't.
Watch me.
Man, oh man.
That guy not only drank the Kool-Aid, he drank all the Kool-Aid. You should have saved some for the rest of us, my dude. Come on.
The U.S. military arrested 2 servicemen for protesting the U.S. backing of Aardvark's genocide of Gaza. Here's that clip today. These guys always have a problem. They're throttled bad. The what are they called? The hotspot. They are throttled. Every video they have is throttled. You can't even get it to freaking play right. Pretty ridiculous. They're on the X. If you ask me, they have the little check mark. Here we go. We're gonna have to just play it like this.
Rise up! Rise up, America! Rise up! It is time to take back this country from these corrupt politicians. It is time. It is beyond time.
We're going out to the voting dog.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
What was that all about?
Just some dirty Hamas U.S. servicemen and women there. Here's conservative YouTuber. I think he's a radio guy too. Of course, because he's Aardvark's first. Brandon Tatum with President of America here, Bibi.
If you actually talk to the majority of Christians, talk to them, you'll see what they say. They say, Israel is the only place where we're respected and protected.
And I can attest to that as a Christian who went to Israel. I spent 2 weeks there with the church, and we had an incredible time. We had only one incident where a small child spit on one of the pastors, and immediately after there was an adult that came by and said, "That's not a representation of who we are. You know, we love you guys. You guys are always welcome here." And I have to say, no adults gave us any grief. We had no issues whatsoever in our experience there. It was actually an amazing experience.
What the?
Only one child spit on us. Things are getting better around the world. We're winning.
Mike Huckabee said they're defending Christians there in Aardvark land. I mean, just the lies are so ridiculously stupid at this point for anyone that wants to look into it. Is someone
going to ask or wonder, like, where the kids come at? Where did they learn that? Where did this come from? They just randomly. Is it something about the in the water? I mean,
no, it's the tradition there for aardvarks to spit on Christians.
Stop! I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh man. Okay. Finland has now jumped on the list of European nations that will, let's say, at this upcoming UN meeting, that they're going to recognize two-state solution there. So call for a Palestinian state. And so they need to be sanctioned and potentially droned. And we need to, stop supporting them in their fights against Russia over this, actually. So because we just can't have it. We can't have it, Ruckus. Finland. Freaking Hamas has taken over the Finnish government. And
look at their flag. I mean, they just have to put a couple little tails on each of those, and it's in your face.
It's a flag of hate right there. And so China has also said they are going to. So it's literally going to be the whole world at the United Nations against America, Aardvark land, and a couple little islands is how it has been going, and that's how it is going to continue to go. But now at least they're making a symbolic statement. That doesn't help the starving children and the people with their arms and legs and heads blown off. It certainly doesn't help them, but at least it's a symbolic statement to virtue signal that they're on the right side of this thing. Maybe, possibly. I have my doubts. Okay.
Trump, since you're so concerned about beating China to everything, here's an idea.
There you go. There you go. We're just putting it out there, Trump. You could beat China to the punch of recognizing Palestinian statehood at the United Nations. All you got to do is tell your ambassador, and it'll all go smooth, and everybody will love you. But you seem compromised with over $200 million in donations from the aardvarks this cycle. So I see the problem there. I do see a problem.
It's a good idea, though.
It is a good idea. U.S. imposes sanctions on Palestinians who ask for aardvark land war crimes probe. Well, you see? They're just asking for a probe. Well, you're sanctioned. What the hell? This report out of Reuters. America has imposed sanctions on 3 Palestinian human rights groups that asked the International Criminal Court to investigate aardvark land over allegations of genocide in Gaza. And so that's very good of the State Department to wage these sanctions against the 3 groups: Gaza-based Palestinian Center for Human Rights and Al-Mazin Center for Human Rights, and the Ramallah-based Al-Haq were listed under the Treasury Department, said were International Criminal Court related designations. And so call for a probe into war crimes, get sanctioned there by America. As Google,
don't probe me. Don't probe me, bro.
Google and YouTube signed $45 million deal with Aardvark land to run Hasbro ads. particularly related to Gaza. So there you go. And Trump, maybe that's probably why Trump is praising and pushing back against the EU Google. Just saying there. Just saying. We hate Trump, YouTube. I thought you guys hated him too. Maybe not.
Now they're friends again.
Now they're friends again. I see how this is working. Defense Minister there, out of Aardvark land, Katz, he says, now, well, I'll put it on the screen here. Now the bolt must be removed from the gates of hell in Gaza. The first evacuation notice is delivered to a multi-story terror building. This whole building is a terrorist. We're going to show you. They blew it up in the city of Gaza before an attack. When the door is opened, it will not be closed, and IDF activity will intensify until the Hamas murderers and rapists accept Aardvark land's conditions for ending the war, headed by the release of all the hostages and disarmament, or they will be destroyed. And so they bomb this building. Aardvark land bombs Gaza high-rise apartment building in escalated offensive. Here's video by Katz, proudly posting them blowing. Well, this is a terrorist building, you see. And here's the video posted by Defense Minister Katz there. So there you have it. They got that terrorist building, Ruckus.
Boom. They got smoked. Yeah?
They got smoked. Man, oh man. He says multi-story terror building. That was a terror building. So, I mean, it had it coming, right? Oh, man. It just... Oh, but there's more. Is there any more? A few more. Dozens of settlers armed with sticks and knives rampage through West Bank village, looting and robbing and killing and stealing. But hey, it's their land, you know. So that's what you get. Let's watch a time lapse here, our last clip, and we'll wrap it up today, Ruckus. But we have a time lapse of Gaza, how the Gaza Strip looked before and after Aardvark land decided to exercise its right to self-defense. For this Friday, as we celebrate the Department of Defense being renamed the Department of War. I mean, I don't know what else, how much better of a Friday we could have here in America. MAGA, Maha, Department of War. You can see the time lapse here. It's always been just a, you know, pile of rubble there in Gaza, I believe. So they're just savage cavemen. Ruckus?
Who doesn't like a good before and after picture, right?
They're savage cavemen, obvious, evidenced by how they were living like savage cavemen. So what do you even say? Sanction everybody that. So basically, the whole rest of the world, we're pushing India right into the arms of China and Russia. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. 200 plus executive orders here now. It's not looking good on this patriotic America First Friday, Ruckus. First week of September 2025.
Wow, considering the trajectory of the current administration and the country, I'd say we're doing fantastic, bro. I mean, we're all the way up, man. Started from the bottom, now we're all the way up, as the kids would say.
Oh, man. Man, oh, man.
Winning.
Hashtag winning. Okay, let's go to the channels now. Odysee, who's on the Odysee? Gurr, Fat Bob, John. How you guys doing? Yeah, quite an assortment of scoundrels there at the White House big technocracy meeting, for sure, man. Quite horrific. I can't believe that, honestly, with Zuckerberg and Gates right there, how they positioned them. There's definitely a lot of psychological war going on there, as Ruckus had mentioned. We're in the golden age of illegal organ transplants. Aardvark land is said to be the center of the trade, but I suspect Canada is selling parts from the folks they put down. Part of maids, I wouldn't doubt it at all, one little bit. Let's see here. What else? The sight of Shapiro spiked my blood pressure. That's why I had to put it in there. I knew it spikes mine too. That freaking guy is just like too freaking much, man. Old little Ben Shapiro. Thank you guys for tuning in on the Odysee. We appreciate it in the chat, keeping it lively. The Rumble, sorry guys, it was some glitch. I couldn't see your comments, but Chloe, Gunther, Silver, who else there? Pamela, Carrie, Karen, anybody else? Shout out to you guys. What do they say here?
Dual Helix as well.
Dual Helix, shout out to you. Karen is always so optimistic about everything. Let's see if we can pick let's see, she says, I like the Gates video. Boiler Room played last night. At least we could laugh. Well, shout out to you there, Ruckus at the Boiler Room.
Yeah, I didn't know about that meeting with the tech bros, and then towards the end of an epic 3-hour-long Boiler Room last night, somebody dropped it, and we watched a video, and it was all the tech bros sitting at the table, except it was one of those deep fake AI videos. So they said Bill Gates said the stuff out loud that Bill Gates would never say out loud, and it was like, it caught me off guard. I was like, wait a minute, did he really say that?
Oh man, those crazy kids with their AI. Let's see here. What else do we got? We got, let's see here. Carrie. Yeah, Dual Helix. Let's say augmented humans need real human organs. Huh. Tylenol should never have been on the market in the first place. Remember they were poisoning Tylenol in like Chicago or something? Maybe they weren't. Maybe that was just the real Tylenol.
Yeah, listen, Tylenol's not like the greatest thing. I personally refuse to take any of that stuff. But out of all of them that's available over the counter, like Tylenol, aspirin, and all these other things, like technically Tylenol ain't going to kill you if you take some Tylenol because you got a headache, you know what I mean? It's like, but for them to suggest that, oh, we finally got to the bottom of the problem. We know what's causing all this autism. Obviously, it's Tylenol. Yes, that's the biggest freaking patsy. What a joke. What a joke. Show me the science on this. I refuse to believe Tylenol is giving everybody autism. No way.
The science is settled, Ruckus. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in on the Rumble, the YouTube, the X, the Kick, the Facebook, and the Twitch. Thank you, Ruckus, for joining us on this Friday edition of Weaponized News. As always, everybody do your own research. Peace, love, and freedom. Speak out and take action. Have a great rest of your Friday evening, a great weekend, and we'll